Pick a path. The path you choose will determine where you have to stay until you find a way out. Level Data Lost. This level is a cruel psychological trap, masquerading as your childhood memories. It begins in a sun-drenched suburb filled with the scent of fresh grass. But as you move, the world warps. It shifts from miniature cities to empty malls and silent daycares. The sky is always overcast, and the silence is absolute until the memories begin to scream. The level feeds on hope. You will see family members walking in the distance. Do not chase them. They are lures designed to lead you into unstable structures where the air becomes thick and suffocating. If you enter the daycare, you have exactly 1 hour before the exits are barricaded forever. Keep a crowbar ready to pry open barricaded doors. If the sky turns red, you are being hunted. Run toward the nearest exit sign, and do not look back. To find the only exit, reach the kite fields and locate the house with the red roof. Entering it will trigger a structural collapse. You won't wake up at home, you will wake up on a damp carpet, smelling of rotting apples, in a hell far deeper than the one you just left. Level 26.6. The Other Fun. An infinite urban household from the 1980s. The architecture is a nonsensical maze of stitched rooms, narrow crawl spaces and random slides. Do not touch the balloons. They act as sentient blockades to trap you in dead ends. And stay away from the cake rooms. Eating anything there infects you with the sanguine festivus virus, which painfully overwrites your biology. The atmosphere is designed to compel you to stay, dragging you deeper into the house's cycle. Partygoers are the primary threat here, often lurking in the messy, unlit rooms or wandering the fields outside. If you see a figure in a yellow cloak with a red, hand-drawn smile, do not turn your back. It is faster than it looks. To return to reality, you must find the front door located deep within a bouncy room. No clipping through the wood of this specific door will glitch you out of the back rooms and back to the sidewalk of your childhood home. Level 20. The Warehouse. An endless modern depot filled with towering shelves and crates. The air is a constant chilly 10 degrees Celsius, humming with the loud buzz of flickering lights. While there are no entities, the environment is hazardous. Crates are crudely stacked and prone to toppling. The sheer scale and repetitive grid can lead to starvation or mental breaks. Windows show a sunset parking lot, but they are indestructible. Do not waste energy trying to break them. This is a goldmine for tools, car parts, and melee weapons. While almond water is rare, the Almond 20 group trades it. If you need to move fast, find the forklifters. They'll give you a lift on their warehouse equipment. To return to reality, you must find a loading dock door that shows a clear view of a sunset. Entering it is the only way home. Pick a path. The path you choose will determine where you have to stay until you find a way out. Level 30. Aquatic Cycles. An infinite pool complex split into 5 zones, stretching from the beige halls of Totem to the rusted ruins of Terminus. The air is thick with humidity and the smell of stagnant chlorine. For supplies, stock up in Totem. It's the only area with consistent resources, but never drink the pool water. As you move deeper, it becomes a toxic soup of chemicals and decay. The hydrolytis plague is a lethal bacterium found in the stagnant depths. It causes delirium and internal bleeding. Watch for no-clip spaces where the walls distort. These traps will reset your progress, dumping you back at the start of the level in a more decayed version of the halls. For rest, stay in Totem. The further you go, the more the architecture fails, turning into a labyrinth of debris and non-Euclidean slides. To return to reality, find a steaming turquoise-green jacuzzi and submerge yourself fully. Level 27.3. The Memory Sink. An infinite 1980s commercial basement with peeling paint and blue-gray carpet. The air is chilly and filled with the constant droning buzz of ventilation fans. Dim lights attached to those fans provide the only illumination. The memory sink effect is the true threat. Once you exit, you will completely forget you were ever here. This makes tracking progress impossible without physical logs. Watch for cryptic messages scrawled on walls in marker or blood. They often appear behind you while you sleep, bringing a sense of intense dread. Supplies, critically low. The level is stripped clean. Occasionally, anomalous rooms with different wallpaper contain scraps of useful materials, but you must bring your own food and water. To return to reality, find a red emergency phone in a darkened hallway. Answering it will bridge the gap to the front rooms. Level 18.85. a sprawling, desolate metropolis built entirely from oversized children's toys, Hot Wheels tracks, and dice. The architecture shifts based on your childhood memories. You might see Gothic towers made of Legos or Asian temples built from puzzle pieces. While there are no entities, the environment is lethal. Flash floods occur during heavy rain, reaching up to 12 feet. To survive, you must climb the highest Lego towers or move to the elevated Hot Wheels tracks immediately when the rain starts. There are no supplies, food, or safe places to rest in this level. You must rely entirely on what you brought with you. To return to reality, you must find a toy airplane large enough to sit in. No clipping through its cockpit will drop you back into the front rooms. Pick a path. The path you choose will determine where you have to stay until you find a way out. Level 28, the Attic. An endless claustrophobic complex of interconnected attic chambers and crawl spaces. The air is thick with dust and the smell of old oak. Most ceilings are low, requiring you to stoop or crawl through a timber labyrinth of beams and supports. For supplies, scavenge through cardboard boxes for essential meals and appliances. Almond water occasionally leaks from the ceiling and can be collected in containers, but avoid creating puddles, as the wood will rot and release toxic, headache-inducing fumes. For rest, look for floorboards emitting a soft orange glow. This light creates a sense of peace and nostalgia, though long-term exposure may alter your perception of reality. The dark is absolute. A flashlight is mandatory. Death moths are the only life forms here, drawn to any light source you carry. Avoid disturbing thick dust, as it can make breathing nearly impossible. To return to reality, search for a window at a dead end. Breaking the glass and jumping through is your only path home. Level 7, Thalassophobia. An infinite freezing ocean of ultra-pure water covered in a fog of bone fragments. You begin in a rusted, flooded metal bunker. If you are hungry, eat the raw flesh of the thing. It tastes like rotten eggs, but cooking it activates deadly parasites. Only drink water where gravity feels normal to avoid internal drowning. For rest, the entry bunker is your only stationary shelter. On the water, stay on your boat and ignore hallucinations of distant ships. Gravity is broken. You will see vertical waves and overhead seas. Avoid breathing the fog, as bone dust will clog your lungs. The thing is a colossal sea monster. Its movements create the only waves in this silent world. If you want to find an exit, dive into the deep, glitching zones, or find the floating modernist house, surrounded by kayaks. Entering it is your way out of the depths. Level 24, the Moon View. An infinite dark alien landscape where physics is dead, gravity shifts, temperatures hit absolute zero, and colossal planets hang so close they cause blinding terror. The sky is a chaotic graveyard of celestial collisions. Supplies, non-existent. There is no food or water here. Your only resources are the rare crystals. Red provides warmth, while blue or purple have unpredictable effects. You must bring everything you need to survive, or you will starve in the dust. Do not sleep. Sleeping almost guarantees a visit from Entity 12 in your dreams. If you must collapse, find the futuristic halls of Situation 25. It's the only place with stable ground and artificial gardens, though the glitching machinery makes it far from safe. If a moon hits the horizon, look away immediately. The scale is enough to shatter your mind. Also, watch for vacuum pockets, where the atmosphere suddenly vanishes, leaving you to suffocate. To return to reality, locate a glitching radio tower in the Situation 25 structure. No clipping through its base will teleport you back home.
Pick a door. The door you choose will determine your fate for the next 48 hours. Door 1, the winter cabin. You are in a small wooden cabin. The interior is warm and cozy. The kitchen is filled with enough canned food to last for years. You will never go hungry as long as you stay indoors. For rest, you can sleep in the heavy blankets by the fireplace. This is the safest spot in the cabin. But if the fire goes out, the entities in the snow will enter the cabin. When that happens, you must hide immediately, or you will regret what comes next. Door 2, the forever classroom. You are inside a clean, quiet kindergarten classroom. Colorful mats cover the floor, and the air smells like fresh crayons and cleaning supplies. If you are hungry, check the wooden shelves for snacks. You will find enough juice boxes and crackers to stay fed for the next 48 hours. For rest, you can sleep on the soft nap mats in the corner. This is the safest spot in the building where you can stay undisturbed. You are not alone here. There is a strange entity waiting behind the door. Whatever you do, do not open it or ask any questions. Just enjoy the silence and wait for the time to pass. Pick a door. The door you choose will determine your fate for the next 48 hours. Door 1, the Gray Forest. You wake up inside a decaying barn in the middle of a pitch-black, infinite forest. This structure is the only shelter available in these massive, untamed woods. There are no natural resources. You must search for crates left behind by previous groups. Inside, there is canned meat, water, and some bandages. You have a compass and some electronic gear, but they are useless here. The forest emits a pulse that breaks flashlights and compass needles, leaving you blind and unable to navigate. You must always stay inside the barn. Venturing into the dark trees without working gear is a guaranteed way to get lost forever. You are not alone here. The guest is an entity that tries to lure you out of the barn. If you feel a sudden urge to join a group outside, bite your tongue hard to snap back to reality and stay alert. Door 2, the pool rooms. You wake up in a massive complex of clean white tiles and bright blue pools that go on forever. If you are hungry, look for the floating crates drifting by in the gentle current of the pools. Inside, you will find fresh sandwiches and cold drinks that are completely safe for your 48-hour stay. For rest, you can sleep on the sun decks hidden behind the large potted plants. The constant warmth from the overhead lights will keep you cozy and dry while you recover. To complete your stay, simply enjoy the peaceful atmosphere. But remember, even in a safe place like this, you are never truly alone. Pick a door. The door you choose will determine your fate for the next 48 hours. Door 1, the Playland. You are trapped in a mega structure of interior playgrounds. This level is a labyrinth of claustrophobic tubes and endless ball pits. If you are hungry, head to the lounges for magically replenishing burgers and fries. Occasionally, you will encounter adult facelings sitting in booths. They are generally passive and provide protection, but there is also a clown entities. Listen for distant cackling or vocalization. Never get close to one that isn't vocalizing. If you hear depressed laughter, you must hide immediately. To survive, reach a fortress and use the red button to drop the 20-foot wide gates. Once sealed inside, you can safely wait out your 48 hours stay. Door 2, Kyoto Dreams. You are trapped in a traditional Japanese house. The air smells of fresh bamboo and wood, with the calming sound of trickling water echoing through the halls. If you are hungry, check the kitchens. The refrigerators are stocked with fresh meals and plenty of cold water. The food is safe and will keep you energized for the full 48 hours. For rest, use the bedrooms at the end of the looping hallways, or relax in the hot springs. This level is a rare safe zone with 0 entities, making it the perfect place to recover. To survive your stay, you must keep a strict schedule. The extreme comfort here is a mental trap designed to make you lose your memory. You will have a watch to track every hour, so you don't forget who you are. But whatever you do, do not enter the basement or the attic. These areas are not fully formed and can cause you to fall through the floor into the void. So just stay in the furnished living areas to remain completely safe. Pick a door. The door you choose will determine your fate for the next 48 hours. Door 1, the Luxury Hall. You are trapped in a giant, old-style hotel lobby. There are no real supplies here. Everything you see is a fake luxury meant to lower your guard. You cannot rest. Every 5 minutes, the lights flicker, and the illusion rots into a pitch-black nightmare. When that happens, a massive swarm of entities will be hunting for you in the dark. So just try to hide and stay as silent as possible. Door 2. The Static Arcade. You are trapped in a 1980s arcade. Glowing neon flickers while retro synth music loops endlessly. If you are hungry, there are soda fountains and popcorn machines that never run out. The drinks stay cold and the popcorn is always warm. For rest, you can sleep on the long, padded blue couch near the prize counter. It's surprisingly comfortable, but you must keep the power on. To do this, feed the tokens you win from other machines into the master cabinets located in the center row. There are no entities here as long as the power is up. But if power goes out, the static walkers will phase through the walls. When this happens, search for the red emergency switch to restore power, or just hide and hold your breath until the 48 hours end. Pick a door. The door you choose will determine your fate until you find a way out. Blue door, the final arcade. You are trapped in a seemingly endless arcade mirroring the play areas of the front rooms. Through indestructible windows, you can see a parking lot, but you are confined to the neon interior. Every cabinet is damage resistant. Insert any coin to play. Doing so heals the mental scarring caused by other levels and induces a sense of normalcy. If you are hungry, the food court remains functional and stocked with various snacks, sodas, and almond water. For rest, you can sleep on padded food court seating. There are no hostile threats here, making it a rare spot for true recovery. To escape back to reality, scour the back hallways for a door labeled staff only. Most are locked, but one will be slightly ajar, smelling of fresh rain and asphalt. Entering this door will teleport you instantly back to reality. Red door, the crop season. An infinite wheat field that shifts between 3 states, dry, normal, and wet. If you are hungry, search for cleaned wheat and wild fruits. They are safe and edible. Barns here are anomalous. They self-repair and can withstand the extreme heat and wind. The wet state triggers EF0 to EF5 tornadoes. If you hear a deafening, mysterious siren, an EF5 is nearby. It will rip the grass and buildings from the earth. Get underground immediately. No hostiles are documented. The environment and the psychological sense of dread are your only enemies. To return to reality, find a large industrial warehouse tucked in the fields. Entering it serves as your gateway home. Pick a door. The door you choose will determine your fate until you find a way out. Red door, the traffic light. You're trapped in a heavy underground labyrinth of tunnels beneath level 11. Gravity is twice as strong here, turning every step into a grueling workout. The level is governed by a shifting traffic light system. These colors dictate your reality, and they cycle at random intervals that never last more than an hour. Your safety depends on the light color. Green is safe zone with helpful gear and food supplies, but check weights. They are twice as heavy until you leave. Yellow causes paranoia and spawns neutral entities such as cadeos and anchorids. Red is a death zone. It spawns hostile entities like smilers and hounds and turns almond water into liquid pain. You must return to a safer zone immediately, or your survival is not guaranteed. To escape to reality, find any source of natural sunlight or climb ladders that lead into darkness. Blue door, the parking lot. You are trapped in an infinite underground parking lot of rusted cars and the stench of gasoline. Toxic fumes leak from the ceiling here. They cause hallucinations and a deep sense of dread. If you start seeing things that aren't there, move to a different section immediately. Every 30 minutes, all lights flare up before plunging the level into total darkness. This is P1.3. When the lights cut, entities flood the halls. You must find a hiding spot or reach the carbon shelter fast, and do not move until the power returns. Hounds stay near the cars to sniff the toxic gas. They are twitchy and fast. If you are in a wide, empty area, watch out for lone skin stealers stalking the shadows. To escape back to reality, look for a concrete pillar with a way out sign that wasn't there before. If you can't find it, eating the rare wheat found in floor cracks will teleport you out of this nightmare and back home. Pick a door. The door you choose will determine your fate until you find a way out. Red door, the neon natatorium. Welcome to a boundless complex of brilliant purple pool rooms floating in a star-filled void. The architecture is futuristic, featuring sleek black furniture glowing with neon purple edges. A paradise where the atmosphere is designed for pure relaxation. Vending machines and snack bars provide free almond water and moth jelly. Always check the expiration dates. Consuming expired items here can cause your body to physically destabilize. The lounges are safe havens. Any chair or sofa near the pools is perfect for sleep. The environment is perfectly stable and free of any hidden threats. No hostile entities reside here. The water induces a sense of bliss, and the local wanderer communities are peaceful. The only risk is looking out the windows into the purple void for too long. It can drain your will to ever leave. To return to reality, look for a pool where the purple glow is fading into a natural, white light. Submerge yourself completely in that pool. If the water feels cold rather than blissful, you've found the exit. Blue door, the infinite city. You are trapped in an infinite metropolis of skyscrapers and silent streets. The layout is non-Euclidean, meaning turning a corner might lead you miles away or back where you started. Storefronts like Malt Mart are stocked with almond water and canned goods. Vending machines are common and provide free snacks, but avoid any packaging with blurred or shifting text. High-rise hotels and apartments are safe havens. Most have working locks and Wi-Fi, making them the best spots to recover your sanity and sleep without fear of being hunted. Passive facelings wander the sidewalks. They won't hurt you unless provoked. However, if the sky turns red and sirens wail, billboards will flash, "Run." This event makes entities hyper-aggressive. Hide immediately and stay silent until the sky returns to blue. To return to reality, you need to find a building that looks wrong for a city, like a lone suburban house or a store smelling of fresh-cut grass. Entering the front door and immediately walking out the back will teleport you home. Pick a door. The door you choose will determine your fate until you find a way out. Red door, the barns. You are trapped in an infinite maze farm, trapped under a pitch-black midnight sky. The air is heavy, damp, and perfectly silent. The corn is edible and safe. For better gear like tools or almond water, scavenge the forsaken barns, which contain leftovers from previous travelers. Your starting point, the home barn, is the safest spot. It's fully furnished with a gas oven and power, offering a rare moment of peace. Entering any barn other than your own is risky. These are territories for trespassers. Also, avoid damaging the crops, as the environment reacts poorly to destruction. Watch for scary crows, 3-meter-tall sentries made of hay and twigs that patrol the fields. They are silent but highly observant. To escape to reality, find a barn cellar that smells of fresh morning air and walk down the stairs in total darkness. Blue door, the basement. An infinite claustrophobic basement of bunker-like corridors beneath level 1. The air is warm and smells of rot. You'll find abandoned boiler rooms and food storage, filled with jars of decaying vegetables. Avoid the almond water puddles. Though the water is cool, it is heavily contaminated by toxic mold spores and unsafe to drink. For rest, bunker rooms with closed heavy iron doors are the safest spots. Avoid halls with vents, as they are the primary source of the level's toxins. The ventilation system is infested with lethal mold colonies. Inhaling their spores causes suffocation and turns you into a molded, so a gas mask is mandatory for survival here. You are not alone here. The molded are blind, aggressive humanoid entities. They are hyper-hostile to any sound. If you encounter one, stay absolutely silent and move slowly. To escape to reality, you must find a dead-end corridor. Turning around will reveal a hidden wooden door that glitches you out. Pick a door. The door you choose will determine your fate for the next 48 hours. Door 1, the painted eyes. You have entered a weird concrete building. The walls are lined with stone sculptures covered in painted eyes. There is no door, no window, and no sound, except for the phantom hum of an air conditioner that isn't there. There's no food or water here. You must rely on the supplies you brought with you. To maintain your sanity, avoid looking directly at the painted eyes for more than a few seconds. Your goal is to survive for 48 hours. The challenge is the wait. The longer you stay, the heavier the air feels. You must constantly move, even if it's just tapping your fingers to resist the level's attempt to petrify your body. There's no safe place to sleep. If you close your eyes, you will develop Roth syndrome, a condition where you feel the statues moving closer in the dark. Stay awake. Use the adrenaline from your fear to keep your heart beating until the 48-hour mark hits. Door 2. The Summer Hotel. This is the summer resort, a humid hotel complex with tan hallways and a smell of chlorine. It stays at a constant 36 degrees Celsius. Search for Tezzo's art supplies bottles. They contain insulation gel that prevents sunburn. For water, only drink from the clear circular pools in the center of the rooms. Avoid any gray water. It carries a deadly parasite. For rest, use the twin beds in the hotel rooms. But if the TV starts showing red text or Bible verses, cover your ears and leave the room immediately. You are mostly alone, but watch out for light lurkers in the shadows of the pools. If you stay moving and keep your skin covered in gel, they will ignore you. Pick a door. The door you choose will determine your fate for the next 48 hours. Door 1. The Saturation. You have entered the realm of saturation, where the colors are impossibly bright. The grass is a neon green that burns, and the hemisphere hills are a strange geometric sight. This place feels like a digital landscape frozen in a dream of light. If you are hungry, search the multicolored gas stations for a meal. These buildings are eerie and clean, containing snacks that have a plastic seal. They look like brands you know, but the logos are shifted and unreal. Beware the pixelated mist that starts to congeal. This fog drains the color from the air and makes the ground feel like it isn't real. Do not inhale the vapor, or your lungs will never heal. For rest, stay inside the gas stations to keep your mind clear. Since no entities live here, you have nothing to fear. Just wait out your 48 hours until the exit paths appear. Door 2. The Gilded Atrium. You have entered an endless, decaying Art Deco hotel. A faint, sad piano song plays from the walls, never stopping and never changing. Most guest rooms are locked, but keep trying doors. Some contain rare almond water or canned food, but avoid the wilted flowers in the vases. They release a scent that makes you drowsy and vulnerable. If you see your own reflection in a mirror, moving or grinning, smash the glass immediately. Looking at a reflection for too long will cause permanent paranoia. For rest, go to the 7th floor. There is a group of survivors called the Archivists who have barricaded the suites. They are generally peaceful and will trade information or batteries for untainted food. But remember, you are being watched by the bellhops. These tall, gaunt figures in tattered uniforms are silent until provoked. Do not damage the walls or force open locked doors. If you do, they will chase you while making loud, terrifying brass instrument noises. Pick a door. The door you choose will determine your fate for the next 48 hours. Door 1. Trick or Treat. This is a silent suburban neighborhood trapped in a permanent Halloween night. Jack-o'-lanterns and fake cobwebs line every porch. The streets are non-Euclidean. If you turn a corner and look back, the house you just passed will be gone or replaced by a different one. Every house is fully furnished and stocked. Pick any house and lock the door. Since there are no environmental hazards or collapsing floors, you can find plenty of Halloween candy, clean water in the kitchens, and functional electricity. It is one of the safest places to stock up on calories, though the food tastes slightly off, like a fading memory. For rest, you can sleep in any bedroom. The only real threat is the psychological weight of the silence. The level is a mockery of reality that feels like a hollow stage set. No entities exist here. Anything you think you hear, footsteps on dry leaves or rustling in the bushes, is just the level playing with your head. Stay inside, keep the lights on, and wait for your timer to hit 0. Door 2, the symmetrical cave. You've entered the symmetrical cave, a glowing purple cavern of perfectly geometric stone. The walls don't look natural. They are smooth, polished, and oddly balanced. Look for Tinian crystals. These glowing clusters are your only light source and can power basic machinery. Nearby, you'll find freshwater pools and hidden rations tucked into wall recesses. If you find the land of blockiness, be careful. The floors are brittle cubes that crumble into dust under your weight. For rest, find a crystal pocket. These small gaps in the rock are filled with glowing Tinian crystals. The light stays warm and keeps the air clear while you rest. You are not alone here. Entities are rare, but the environment makes them twice as dangerous. Clumps camouflage against the patterned walls, so always check the stone before you lean against it. Never enter deep, isolated zones, or you will encounter the undying. These are withered, gray-skinned humanoids that wander the dark in a trance. If they sense your heat, they will relentlessly stalk you through the tunnels with a slow, dragging gait. If you hear them, you must escape back to the light as fast as possible. Pick a door. The door you choose will determine your fate for the next 48 hours. Door 1, chaotic structure. You've entered the chaotic structure. It is an endless void of floating blue carpet cubes above a glowing cyan fog. Gravity only exists on the surface of the solids. You can inhale the fog to stay hydrated, as it is diluted almond water. For defense, search for weapon supply crates wedged between cubes. These contain the firearms required to survive. Time and distance are broken here. You must keep moving. Use the anchor gravity to walk on the cubes and keep your orientation. For rest, find a hollow cube to sleep. These are the only spots where gravity is static and safe. Watch the carpet lines. If they rearrange to spell QWERTY comes, a mass of deep blue fractal tentacles will emerge. These limbs are meters long and covered in moist, carpet-like fuzz. QWERTY is immune to blades and blunt force. Melee only provokes it to attack everyone nearby. You must use your firearms to repel it. Only a fatal injury will force it to retreat back into the misty sea. Door 2, the Sequence Bridge. This is the Sequence Bridge, an endless, foggy highway suspended over a sea of clouds. But this bridge reacts violently to how you walk. You must keep moving in a specific dancing sequence to prevent the bridge from tearing you apart. If you fail, the bridge will swing violently, trying to fling you into the ocean below. Then, a storm hits with rain denser than water, followed by a sun that grows until it reaches a scorching 40 degrees Celsius. Finally, the bridge will crumble beneath your feet. Since the cycle repeats, your goal is to find the correct sequence of steps. If you can dance across the bridge without triggering the vibrations, you can wait out your 48 hours in relative peace. Pick a door. The door you choose will determine your fate for the next 48 hours. Door 1, the claustrophobia. You are inside a distorted, narrow version of level 0. The hallways are half-width, creating tight, suffocating corridors that lead into sudden, oversized rooms. And the cramped layout makes it nearly impossible to outrun anything that finds you. Watch for the flickering. If new light bulbs suddenly appear and glow, you must hide immediately. After 10 minutes, they explode like shrapnel. Use the debris as a tool or a weapon. For supplies, look in the rare medium-sized rooms for flashlights and water. Avoid bottles labeled cashew water. It's toxic. You are not alone here. Entities are rare, but the tight halls make them lethal. Never open a door without listening first. Many lead to a void that will consume you instantly. And whatever you do, do not talk to any survivors you meet. If a human seems too calm or mimics your speech, run the other way. This is not a human. They're skin stealers wearing their last victim. You may also encounter smilers in the larger rooms. If you see a glowing grin, maintain eye contact and move away slowly. Door 2. The Rosaton Hotel. Welcome to a massive pink hotel with 400 floors and a boundless plain of solid pink clouds outside. This is a rare, safe zone where the environment actually cares for you. Every room contains irregularly refilled snacks and bottled water. Everything you need is provided for free. If you break something, the level physically heals itself over time. For rest, pick any of the 400,000 rooms and lock the door. With a constant 72 degrees Fahrenheit temperature and soothing music, this is the safest sleep you will ever have in any level. The neon pink and blue decor is designed to induce a state of total peace and stability. There are zero hostile entities. You are the monarch of your own suite. The only risk is falling off the clouds, which just loops you back to the sky. Pick a door. The door you choose will determine your fate for the next 48 hours. Door 1. The darkened suburbs. This is an infinite suburban neighborhood trapped in an eternal midnight. The houses are randomized and the streets are paved with dry, dark asphalt. The thick fog and lack of light make visibility almost zero beyond 10 meters. Enter any house and lock the doors immediately. Staying in the street is a death sentence. Houses are your best bet for loot. You can find almond water, snacks, and basic furniture inside. Most houses have no power, so try to find a reliable flashlight. Avoid the backyard gardens. The plants are often overgrown with anomalous weeds that can trip or trap you. Find a bedroom on the second floor. It provides a better vantage point and puts distance between you and the ground level windows. You are not alone here. This level is highly infested. The neighborhood watch is the primary threat. They are tall, multi-eyed beings that prowl the streets. If you see a group of eyes in the dark, do not run. Hide. You may also encounter smilers in unlit rooms and hounds in the yards. And whatever you do, stay away from the streetlights if they begin to flicker blue. Door 2. The Thalassophobia. An infinite furniture store. It's quiet, bright, and smells like wood polish. If you are hungry, look inside drawers and under cushions. You'll find almond water and snacks hidden in the displays. The lights never turn off, so you always have a clear view. But whatever you do, do not touch furniture that feels warm or pulses. Some items are alive and will grab you if you sit down. Any bed or sofa works for rest. Just make sure it isn't alive before you lie down. You are not alone here. Avoid every dark corner where the lights have burned out. These aren't just empty spots. They are hunting grounds for entities waiting for you to step into the pitch black. If you see a hound prowling between the aisles, stay still and wait for it to pass. Watch the shadows under the large wardrobes for smilers. If those glowing teeth appear in the gap, back out of the aisle immediately. Pick a door. The door you choose will determine your fate for the next 48 hours. Door 1. The Silent Sounds. An infinite, sun-drenched beach, bordered by a warm, calm ocean. The tide never changes, and the horizon stretches forever in every direction. Objects from the front rooms, phones, photos, and clothes are scattered on the sand. You might find rotting boats or recliners to search for canned rations, dry bandages, or rare bottles of almond water. Fresh water is non-existent. The ocean is salt water. For rest, find stone markers with childish faces. These areas are reportedly the most peaceful spots to set up camp. The level has a 24-hour day and night cycle. At night, temperatures drop to 60 degrees Fahrenheit, so stay dry to avoid hypothermia. This level is almost entirely devoid of life. However, keep an eye on the water for the hydralist's plague. This is a deadly bacteria. The only resident is the shadow, a silhouette that flickers at the edge of your vision. It is known to be non-hostile, but its constant presence will drain your sanity over time. Door 2. The Surrealism. An infinite, amber-lit grassland under a pitch-black sky. Towering, leafless trees stretch into the void. The environment is entirely synthetic. Everything from the soil to the bark smells like overheated plastic and rubber. Scattered modern houses appear randomly. These structures are safe and contain non-perishable food. Check the ponds and rivers. While the water reflects a different sky with clouds and birds, it is safe to drink. Do not climb the trees. Their leaves are razor sharp and glow amber when touched. The sky is a solid surface just out of reach. Watch the northern horizon for flickering stars that pulse in Morse code. If they start blinking rapidly, seek shelter inside a house immediately. Native life is rare, but watch for stretched eyes, a humanoid silhouette made entirely of unblinking human eyes. It moves only when you aren't looking. If you find yourself being watched, do not run. Maintain eye contact and back away slowly into a building. Pick a door. The door you choose will determine your fate for the next 48 hours. Door 1. Away from home. You're inside an endless, snow-covered suburban landscape, bathed in pink and blue neon lights that are forever stuck in the twilight. Most buildings are locked, but open houses contain safe, packaged food and almond water. Electricity and running water work, though the internet is spotty. Avoid looking for personal items. The interiors are strangely hollow and devoid of human history. The temperature is a constant 30 degrees Fahrenheit. There is no wind, no rain, and no organic life. Even the trees are plastic. The only sound is your own footsteps and the faint hum of neon signs. This level has 0 entities. It is physically safe, but the mind begins to fracture after 24 hours. The wanderlust takes over, and you'll do anything in an attempt to leave this place, even if it means leaving your physical form behind. Drink almond water to dull the mental toll and stay grounded. Door 2. The Crimson Field. An endless field of tall, blood-red grass under a dark sky. The air is thick and smells like iron. If you are hungry, look for abandoned shacks. They contain almond water and old supplies. Avoid the red grass if it starts to vibrate. It is sharp enough to slice through clothing. The red wind can blow through at any time. When the grass whistles, lay flat on the ground. The wind carries spores that cause intense hallucinations. You are not alone here. The stalkers hide in the tall grass. If you see the red blades moving against the wind, stay perfectly still. They hunt by detecting fast motion. If you find a house, lock the door. They cannot phase through solid wood. Pick a door. The door you choose will determine your fate for the next 48 hours. Door 1. The Ocean Room. You are in a luxury hotel hallway leading to a massive balcony. It overlooks a calm, endless blue ocean. If you are hungry, there is a room service cart that resets every few hours with fresh meals. You are safe as long as you remain inside the room. Just don't stay on the balcony for too long, or you will find out exactly what is waiting for you in the water. Door 2. The Red Factory. You are trapped in decaying industrial halls. Everything here smells of rot. Look for fruit on rusted furniture. It's safe to eat, but it's a bait. Grab it and move quickly. You are not alone here. A massive armored entity is tracking your every move. It can hear you from anywhere and moves at inhuman speeds. If you hear dragging chains, you must hide immediately, or you will regret what comes next. Pick a door. The door you choose will determine your fate for the next 48 hours. Door 1. The Floating Islands. Welcome to infinite tropical islands floating in a golden, endless evening sky. The sun never moves, and the air is a constant, humid heat. You can survive on the coconuts from the trees, or catch the crickets and roaches that crawl through the nutrient-rich soil. For rest, seek out the largest islands. They have thick grass and bushes where you can set up camp. This place is mostly empty, but watch the trees. Strange wooden traps that look like coconuts can snap shut on your limbs if you aren't careful. Stay alert, and you will survive the 48 hours. Door 2. The Ruined City. You are in a city where everything is in complete disrepair. You might find supplies inside the buildings, but Most food is rotten and the water is too unstable to drink. Stay away from the thick purple puddles on the ground. A single touch will begin a permanent transformation into a zombie. You can try to rest inside the buildings, but stay as silent as possible. Purple-skinned hunters wander these streets. If you see one of them, move immediately. Pick a door. The door you choose will determine your fate for the next 48 hours. Door 1, the infinite road. You are trapped on an infinite dark highway, flanked by massive concrete walls that reach into the sky. There are no supplies here. You wake up inside a car that has an infinite fuel source. If you park your car, lurkers will attempt to break in and drag you out. Glowing toothed faces also haunt the fog, waiting for you to crash. Never leave your vehicle. The car is your only sanctuary, but it is not invulnerable. You can only rest if you are certain that no threats are nearby. But be aware of the being from above. If you step outside, giant needle-like legs will descend from the darkness to impale you. Door 2, the fake sky. You're standing on a flat concrete floor, painted to look like an endless field of clouds. You can only rest under the cubic building. Here, the sky can't watch you, and the air stays still. But whatever you do, do not enter the dark areas. A swarm of hostile entities waits just beyond the light. They are faster than they look. If they notice you, it's already too late to run. So just stay in the light and you will probably be safe.
Pick a door. The door you choose will determine your fate for the next 24 hours. Red door, the dream cruise. You are drifting on a massive yacht, but the ocean below is actually made of expensive champagne. The music is perfect and the buffet is world class. If you are tired, head to the VIP deck, where the beds are made of silk, and the sound of the bubbles will lull you into a deep sleep. Before you leave, take this tiny ship in a bottle. It grants you access to the owner's private lounge. The entire ship belongs to you today. Everything you see is yours for the taking. You are completely safe. Blue door, the infinite party. It's the birthday party you never wanted to end. The pizza is fresh, the soda is ice cold, and the floor is covered in confetti. Eat as much as you want, but do not let the red balloons touch your skin. They aren't filled with air. If the music stops playing, it means your friends are ready to play hide and seek, sadly, but they always find you first. Run as fast as you can if you want to survive. Subscribe. Pick a door. The door you choose will determine your fate for the next 24 hours. Red door, the Hollow Plaza. A massive, five-sided courtyard surrounded by hundreds of watching windows. There are no supplies here. The interior rooms are empty shells that offer no protection. The stone sentinels appear as angelic statues. They are frozen in the light, but during every flicker and hum they teleport closer to you. You cannot rest here. Staying still makes you an easy target as the gap closes with every hum. If the flickering speeds up, your time is almost out. Run as fast as you can if you want to survive. Blue door. Welcome to the Astral Express, a luxury vintage train traveling through a cosmic star tunnel. If you are hungry, a silver tray provides a midnight feast of steak and sparkling juice. For rest, you can sleep in a private cabin with a silk-sheeted bed. There are no entities here. You are completely safe. Subscribe. Pick a door. The door you choose will determine your fate for the next 24 hours. Red door, the infinite classrooms. You are trapped in a loop of echoing classrooms and lockers that stretch into a hollow, artificial daylight. Scavenge through the desks and storage cabinets to find stale snacks and other supplies. You can rest on the desks while the sun is up, but once the lights flicker out, the hallways are no longer empty. Tall, shadowy janitors in blue uniforms sweep the floors in the dark, while distorted, glowing faces peer from the shadows of the hallway and vents. You must maintain eye contact, back away slowly, and avoid loud noises. Blue door, the concrete abyss. Welcome to an infinite concrete maze of identical, hollow apartment blocks. You can find abandoned supplies in the empty rooms, though most floors are hollow and silent. For rest, you can sleep in any of the countless empty rooms, while physical threats are rare. Distorted shadows occasionally flicker in the corner of the infinite hallways. Stay calm and keep moving through the concrete. You are completely safe. Subscribe. Pick a door. The door you choose will determine your fate for the next 24 hours. Red door. The Cloud Lounge. You are in a room where the floor is made of solid, bouncy clouds. There is a table with fresh pancakes and maple syrup that refills itself. You can sleep on a floating mattress. There are no entities here. You are completely safe. Survival chance, 99%. Blue door. The infinite living room. You are trapped in a maze of wood-paneled walls. The ceiling is low, so you must crawl or hunch over. There is no food, and the only liquid is the condensation dripping from the ceiling. You can try to rest, but the entity is always nearby. If you hear a loud hum getting louder, move to a different room immediately. Pick a door. The door you choose will determine your fate for the next 24 hours. Red door. The Void Island. A tropical island floating in a bottomless abyss where every ounce of color has been drained away. Surprisingly, you won't feel the bite of hunger or thirst here, but be aware of the air itself. The longer you stay, the more your own regrets will manifest as vivid, brutal hallucinations of your past. Invisible voices haunt a silence, whispering your darkest secrets and failures directly into your ears. They know everything you've ever done. You are safe from physical harm, but your mind is the real prey. As you walk along, subscribe.